look. Yeah, look at that. Look at me in my pants. So, it's time for another year-end ramble. And this time I'm playing Vintage Story. This is my bedroom. My house in Vintage Story. It is coming to the end of winter. This is February. Vintage Story has seasons. Yeah. So, it's been quite a year. Where do I even begin? Well, let's first give you a tour. Okay, so you've seen my bedroom. Here's my collection of shiny things. Got some flowers, some books, some more flowers, bed, painting. This is some antlers from a deer I actually killed in the wild. You can make a deer antler mount and stick horns on it. It's a little treasure chest with some gears in it. The rusty gears are the currency. The temporal gears are useful for a few different things. So yeah, this game is... I'm not going to say it's like Minecraft, even though it was based on a Minecraft mod. Because it's really quite different to Minecraft in a lot of ways. So, here's my cooking area. The storage area here with some firewood. This is a lot more sort of hardcore than Minecraft. Like, it's a lot harder to survive and to get stuff and to build stuff. Another little shiny thing over here. Like, here's, for example, like, this is how you make leather, right? You've got tannin and you've got lime water, and you have to soak the hide for days, you know. Oh, and it is perishable. It will go moldy and useless after a while, and you have to make the tannin from oak logs, and you have to use lime. You know, that should give you some idea. And there's buckets. That should give you some idea of the level of difficulty involved in things. Here's my windmill. You have to build this out of, like, you know, wood, obviously, and also fat and resin. I can't get out. There we go. Yeah. And here's the world. Look how wintry it is. It's really quite beautiful. But yeah, this looks so different in summer. And there's my dead crops because it's winter. Yeah. It's really quite peaceful. Sometimes. Most of the time. Up here is my loft storage. One thing I love about this game, it's kind of a silly thing, but you got ground storage, right? So you can, like, put piles of stone on the floor. You can put piles of wood, you know, as well as... Oh, okay. Yeah, just froze for a second. As well as just using chests for things. And yeah, I'm not going to spend the whole time gushing about how much I love this game. I stopped playing it for quite a while. Let's just go on the roof. This is my lightning rod on top of a big pole. Yeah, I stopped playing for a while, but I'm getting back into it. Yeah, there's my forge, my beehive kiln, and over there is my livestock. So yeah, out in the farm there with a little well. The well is, like, not a necessary thing, it just looks nice. So yeah, what am I going to do in this game? I guess I should probably make some food. So let's go to, oh yeah, a place I haven't shown you yet, the pantry. So here we store all of our food. Keep the door closed. We've got some pies on the shelf. Everything will go off, so you need to, like, you know, preserve food. You can do it in various ways. So this food is only good for, this meat is only good for 4 more days in these pots. If as you can see, if I take it out, now it's only good for 10 hours because it's, you know, in my pocket instead of in this sealed container. Yeah, we've got lots of stuff here. And look at these. You can all open these containers all at the same time. Yeah, so this is a bunch of grain that I harvested in summer or autumn, and you can turn it into flour, which lasts for years. And the way you do that is with one of these, a quern or a kern, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and that is being turned by my windmill. How cool is that? I've got enough flour though, so it's not running right now. And we've got some wine here, which lasts a long time as well. Yeah, so Let's cook something. What should we make? Could make a bit of stew. Oh no, I know. Let's make some meat stew. Wait, let's get 2 stacks of 5. Oops, that'll do. And some vegetables to go with it. How about some cabbage? Okay. Take this over to the fire pit here. Oh, we'll need some fire. Oh, I've got some firewood in my inventory. Hang on. There we are. Stick that on there. That's 5 there. 5 there. And some cabbage. And some berries. The last of the berries from summer. These do not grow in the winter. And then we light it. And there it goes. Look at it go. Look, the little lid is going and everything. Isn't that nice? So yeah, where to begin? It's been quite a year. I was considering a lot of options at the beginning of this year. In terms of work, because freelance work wasn't going to be sustainable in the long term. And so I realised I'd need to do something else. And so at the beginning I was considering like working for an indie game studio, you know, and I applied to a bunch of them, you know, and I even talked to a recruiter who worked for, well, he was a game development recruiter, like specialising in indie developers. And I thought, well, if anyone can help me find a gig, it's this guy. He was pretty good. He was, you know, he seemed to be pretty good, but and he said I had all the skills. You know, he looked at my profile, my portfolio, even my Unity work on Guildmaster and the stuff I've done on Fire Weapons and all other stuff. And he was like, you do have the skills to be a game dev in an indie studio. You've got the right attitude. You know, everything lines up. Trouble is, it's the game industry struggling. You know, and just the opportunities are not there. Like apparently in 2024 there were a whole bunch of like layoffs, and you know, so the job market was like flooded with a whole bunch of, you know, skilled game developers, and there I was with no actual experience in the game industry, just, you know, my own solo development, and there were, you know, veteran developers who couldn't find work. So what chance did I have? Turns out, not much of one. I found this post on LinkedIn. It's this guy who was talking about, let's see, like how this guy had been in the. I'll put a screenshot of it up here. He was just getting rejections for months on end, like, you know, he's just a guy this experienced was unable to find something, and he'd been in the game industry for years. And so I was thinking, there's just no chance. So I had to give it up. You know, I had to accept that I wasn't going to be working for an indie game studio, at least not anytime soon. And that was kind of a hard thing to accept, to give up on. You know, why isn't this cooking? Oh, there we go. Okay. So there we portion one portion out into the bowl and put the rest in the crock. Let's eat this now. Good. We didn't eat it all. Let's see, there's 0.3 servings left. That's a good hearty meal. Almost filled us. Then we can put the crock here. And that'll store for a little while. So yeah. It's still going, but we're out of, used up all the fire, so. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I had to accept that wasn't happening. That I'm not going to get a job in the game industry. So I had to look at other options. And I considered a lot of things. I made a lot of applications. And it was quite a struggle for a while because job searching is tough. You know, this is my forge, by the way. You put yourself out there, you you try to find stuff, and you know, it's having only a history of freelancing. It's not, you know, I hadn't had an office job for like decades, so it was kind of a tough thing to tough prospect. Like, what if I don't find anything? Like, I got desperate for a while. I considered things I really didn't want to do. But eventually, something paid off, and I got really lucky. And again, I'm not going to talk about what it is because I don't like to talk about anything too detailed regarding my personal life on the internet for reasons. But I'm just going to feed the animals here. So these are my bighorn. Oh, did I just? Okay, yeah. They will eat just dried grass, so that's pretty good. Oh, careful. You can feed them like vegetables and stuff, but don't. They will headbutt you if you get close. But I don't want to feed them vegetables when I can eat vegetables and they can just eat the grass. So they don't necessarily need food to survive, but they do need food to breed. And let's see, we've got a lot of rams here. Something quite unfortunate happened here. Oh, careful. But we've got some ewes as well. We've got one solitary pig, but I haven't found a second pig. So these bones here, a bear got in here before I'd raised these walls up higher and killed a bunch of them before I could kill the bear. Do you know where the bear is now? Right here. I'm wearing the bear. That's what you get. Look at my house on the hill. How cool is that? How beautiful is this game? Yeah, so it was tough going. Like I was worried also that I wouldn't be able to cope with a full-time workload because I hadn't done that really before. Like, I was used to freelancing. I could take off time whenever I wanted. I was my own boss. Yeah, like, can I do a full-time workload? And it has been quite an adjustment. The hardest thing has been the schedule because I'm just not used to it, you know. Let's do some metalworking. But the funny thing is, I am so less stressed now than I was when I was looking for work. Like, I didn't even realize how much stress I was under, really. Just a quick look at what we're doing here. So we're making bismuth bronze out of copper, sphalerite, which is zinc, and bismuthinite, which is bismuth. So yeah, you can make alloys. You start off with copper, that's like the first metal you can get, and then you move up to bronze, and eventually iron, and possibly even steel. I have not got to steel yet. I have made a few iron ingots, but they're quite an ordeal. You have to make these blooms, these iron blooms in a bloomery. Yeah, it's a whole thing. This game is very involved. Look, we've got anvils. You have to work metal on anvils. I can show you that in a bit, but when you have just copper and bronze, you can actually you can just smelt it in a crucible like this. But when you make for certain tools, you have to use a hammer to work them into shape on the anvil. Others you can cast, like so. Here we have a pick mold and hammer mold and stuff. So yeah, some of my tools are going a bit worn down, so need to make some more. But I'm using the cheaper materials right now, just because. Yeah, so it's got up to 1100 degrees, and now it's going to start melting into liquid. Yeah, and you can so you got a lot of kinds of different storage options. So you can use these crates, which can store one type of item, but it can store a lot of them. Look, so if you see at the top, it says 991 nuggets up there, and you can paint a little picture of it on the front. Isn't that nice? Yeah, other stuff in here. yeah, anyway. This is just, like, it's weirdly, like, a hardcore and a cozy game at the same time. You know? So I have modified the... You can change a lot of things in the options, like... I changed the tool durability up. I made it a bit... Tools a bit more durable. I made mining speed a bit slower. Faster, I mean. And I... turned off the temporal stability mechanic. So in this game, there's this concept called temporal stability. There's this cog in the middle of the HUD that winds down when you're in an area of low stability, and the result of that is simply that everything gets horrible and like monsters start spawning and stuff. This game is hard enough as it is. Like, if you go out into the wilderness, you try to kill an animal, it'll try to kill you right back. You know, it won't just stand there like a Minecraft pig and let you murder it. So it's really tough, and you will starve if you don't eat enough. And like, you've got different nutritional needs, like fruit, and your maximum health points depend on the variety of your food here. So I don't have any dairy because I haven't got to that point with these sheep that I can milk them. They're still unruly. They won't let me milk them. You have to wait till they've been bred in captivity for like 10 generations. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and this is 100 hours in, by the way, this world. I actually came south, so let's look at the map. You do get a full auto map, so that's nice. So this is where I am now, and I started all the way up here. There's a lot of annotations on the map. Where was my original base? Somewhere like here, I think. So yeah, that was my first spawn point. But further north, it gets cold. So when winter came, I was like, screw this, and I just took all my stuff and went all the way south until I found a place that was warmer, because you will freeze to death as well. So I couldn't keep warm enough. I was just huddling in my little huts, just dying. So you can keep warm with a fire, but like, it was getting tedious. So I said screw it, and I made out for greener pastures, literally. And I found this really nice hill, built a house on it. So this is actually my second winter. It says year 2 here, February year 2, but it starts at year 0. So, yeah. And there's this, it's like this prospecting mechanic for mining and stuff. You can't just find ore just by strip mining or just randomly looking. It's quite rare, so you need to do this whole prospecting thing. It's really, really interesting. But I realize it's not everyone's cup of tea, because it is quite a lot. Yeah. Anyway. Back to the story. So yeah, I found something good, and I can't believe my luck, honestly. I really rolled a nat 20 on that. It was quite extraordinary, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And you know, there are some advantages to it. So it is office work, but it's hybrid, so I get to spend a lot of days working at home, which is nice. And yeah, as I was saying, the stress of looking for work, so much worse than actually working, you know? The uncertainty of it, like not knowing if I'm going to even be able to pay rent. You know, that's rough. I'm sure many of you don't need me to tell you that. Yeah, when the pressure's on and you don't know what's going to happen, that's hard. I wasn't sleeping well, you know, and I've been sleeping so much better. Yeah, and I wasn't sure if I was going to even have the energy to do any Gym Plays Game stuff. So as you might have seen, I did a whole like goodbye video. Well, see you later, not goodbye, and because I wasn't sure. I really didn't know if I was going to be able to do any videos after that, because I thought this is going to take everything I got. And for a while it kind of did. But recently I've been finding the energy, you know. Weekends, you know. Weekends are such a gift now, you know. Like, it didn't used to mean anything. When you work for yourself, weekends are meaningless. Because you're in this weird, like, superposition of always working and always not working. So you never get to really turn off, you know, because there's no office hours. Now, when I finish work, I'm like, I'm done. I'm turning off my work laptop. I'm putting it down. I'm not thinking about work. You know, and oh my god, this time between Christmas and New Year, got the whole time off, and it's wonderful. You know, it's just this really quiet time to just be chill and to enjoy myself and to make a year-end ramble. Look how gorgeous this game is. Like, look at the sunset. Isn't that something? I mean, it's desolate, but it's beautiful. And I love that there's windmills. How cool is that? Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. You can do chiseling in this, like sub block design. So, like I chiseled that out of a piece of wood, and you can, like, I used obsidian to make the letters there. It's pretty cool. That's how I made a bunch of stuff, like the banisters in the house. That's also chiseled. Let's see, is this done yet? Almost. I think it's taken a long time because I've got 1,600 units of it here, but that's fine. I've got a lot of stuff to make here. Yeah. So I'm having more energy than I thought. You know, I'm having the opportunity to make some videos, a few streams. It's never going to be like it was. Like this, and this was a pretty sparse year. Like I didn't really have the energy to make videos or streams that much when I was looking for work, because always felt like I can't be relaxing. I've got to look for work. If I don't look for work, I could be destitute. This is bad. You know. Yeah, and I was moving house in March. I moved house, so that was a whole other thing. You know, in the midst of job searching and everything. And okay, so you need to use tongs to hold this hot metal crucible, and then you pour it out into the molds. How cool is that? Well, it's not cool, it's fucking hot. Yeah. Yeah, so things are looking good. It's been a rough year in terms of things in the world, but for me personally, things are going pretty well. I'm actually moving again next year. There's a lot of upheaval. But yeah, I was able to find a job and pay rent and still find time for like fun social activities as well as hobbies. Speaking of hobbies, Jim Makes Games is now a hobby. Wait, what happened? Did I run out already? Okay, I thought I had one more. Never mind. Okay, so that stuff is hot right now. So that's gonna just. Oh, I'm wasting coal. Hang on, take that out. That back in there. Yeah. Okay. Put the tongs back on the wall. Yeah. So that stuff has to cool. That'll take all night. What time is it? It's like 7. I should probably go to bed soon anyway. Look how dark it is. Look at the stars. Wind. Yeah. Monsters spawn at night. Nasty monsters. Okay, I actually could do with something to eat actually. Oh, I could just finish this. There we go. Okay, bedtime. Morning. It's 6 in the morning. And look, let's go look at the sunrise. Look at that. My goodness. It's minus 18 degrees. It's a good thing I'm wearing all this fur. Like if you look here, you can see all of these different clothing items give me different bonuses to my... And I think that even though the bear armor is made... Oh, it does have warmth, yeah. Plus 1C. But yeah, it's quite a harsh environment. If you haven't got... If I took this off, I would... I'll show you what happens. If I take all this off, I'm going to start to freeze. Probably. I'm naked! Look at me holding my fur coat. Am I going to freeze? Huh. I think it maybe takes a while for it to... I think it's causing my hunger rate to be higher or something. Yeah, my body temperature's starting to go down. But I think it'll give me a little grace period before I freeze completely. Yeah, I thought it'd be quicker than that. I don't tend to take my clothes off in a snowstorm, but I just wanted to show you. I wanted to show you. Oh, look, yeah, look at that. Look at me in my pants. No. Fine, let's just put our clothes back on. How do I... Bear with me. Okay. Yeah, so as far as hobbies go, viral weapons is now a hobby project. Made a little video about that on my Max Games channel, but yeah, it's I still want to finish it, and I do hope I will one day, but it's gonna take longer because you know, working in my spare time, it's not exactly gonna be quick. Yeah, let's put some ingots away. Oh, something else that's really cool is, like, look at the floor storage I can do. Let's just pick, like, these ingot molds go on the floor, and then I can just start stacking these on the floor. How cool is that? Yeah. Got twigs on me. Yeah, sticks. So let's make a hammer, and an axe, and a shovel, and a pickaxe, and a prospecting pick, which is a whole thing. And maybe I'll show you that later. I don't know yet. Yeah, I like this game. It's really cool. It can be kind of an obsessive game for me, where I play it too much, but yeah, I end up having to look at the god rays. Oh my god, rays! Amazing. Yeah, I will finish Viral Weapons. Who knows when? I do not know when. But I've been working on it a bit. I hope to get a devlog out sometime in maybe January. We'll see. Because I've had some new ideas of a way to simplify it. Here's my dead growing cabbage. I don't know why it's growing if it's dead. Yeah, it died from the temperature being too low. It's very sad. Here's my well, which is really quite overfilled. It's not really a well. It's just something I made to look like a well because it's cool with the tiles and everything. So yeah, to make these shingles, you have to form clay into bricks and then fire it in a kiln, either a pit kiln or beehive kiln like that. Over here I have my barrel of compost, which is composting. Oh, this one's finished. Great. So here we have compost, and we can use this to make better soil or fertilize existing soil. Here's a scythe for cutting down grass or crops. It's just so involved. There's always something to be doing. It's great. Where does this go? I'll put it in seeds, I guess, with the rest of the poop. Yeah, but there'll be no growing crops right now because it is February and it is cold. Way too cold for growing. That's why, so you need to stock up for winter. You have to prepare, you know. So fortunately, I do have quite a lot of stuff here. Like I've got these vegetables that are sitting around. Got these pies. Let's see, it's 78, 76, 35. Okay, that one's 35 days. Let's take this. cut it into pieces. Very good. Maybe we'll go out for a bit. Just going to put down some of these tools. Oh wait, we do need the shovel. I'll put away this andesite shovel. You can do napping with stone, like before you get the opportunity to use metal. Metal is not easy to come by in the early game. You can't just use a stone pickaxe. There's no such thing, because that doesn't make sense. You have to use like copper that you forage from just on the ground, bits of copper you find, or you can pan for ores with a pan in the river. You know, it's like I said, it's not for everyone. Some people find this tedious and boring, but I find it really compelling. So yeah, let's go out into the world and see what we find. Yeah, I've had some new ideas for fire weapons. I have some ideas of how to simplify it, because I've realised I was overcomplicating some parts of it, which I think will eventually make the gameplay more fun and the development quicker. But we'll see. It's already taken a lot longer than I thought it would. Should have made a simpler game. Might have had it finished before I started my full-time job. Oh well. I still learned a great deal from making it, or from starting to make it anyway, and I've actually got to do more programming in this new job than I thought I would. So, you know, there was a time when I thought, well, I've just kind of spent all this time trying to be a game developer and it's all come to nothing, you know. Like, Guildmaster was not a financial success because I didn't really know what I was doing in terms of marketing and in terms of like making a game that has a visible appeal. And, you know, I felt like I'd just screwed up and wasted all that time. But a lot of it has just been what prepared me for the next step, you know? And there's nothing to regret in that, you know? And also it's just a great experience to make a game and to finish a game like that, you know? Even though there's a lot of things I would change about it, a lot of ways the vision was compromised. But I did some good stuff. And I'm pleased enough with it. I really want to finish Fire Weapons, even if it... Oh, is that a beehive? I hear a beehive. Yeah. Where is it? So you can like create these skeps, which are like artificial beehives, and you can capture bees in it, like using flowers and stuff, and then make your own honey. I don't see it, but it's somewhere in here. I'm going to make a note on the map. Let's see. Yeah. Bees. Cool. All right. Yeah. So I don't have any regrets about that, really. It's worked out pretty well. Always take sticks. Yeah. So I am really hopeful about the future. It'd be nice to get a demo for Fire Weapons out at some point next year. That would be really cool. Like a vertical slice. I think that would be nice. Vertical slice would be nice. But we'll see. It all depends on how much time and energy I have after work. It's really important to sort of manage energy levels and stuff. Especially as you get older. Too old. Yeah. I've not been going to the gym as much as I used to. That's partly due to a full-time work schedule. It's hard to find time. Hey, bunny, shall I kill you? Yeah, that was pretty sad. I'm sorry. Okay, so when you kill an animal, you have to skin it, essentially. And then take its remains and their little skeleton remains. It's pretty sad. But I need the leather and the meat. Let's see how long is that going to last. 2 days. Okay, I'll just take that back on my way back. Usually they run away better than that, but that was glitched out on a block. I do have a bow and arrow in case I need to use it, but I've only got like 6 arrows. You can pick them up again, but it's tricky. What was I saying? There's another bunny. Poor thing. He can't jump. I think it's the snow that's causing him to glitch out like that. Oops. Yeah, I need to prioritize going back to the gym because it is very important. I fixed my neck problem, and if I don't maintain those muscles, then they'll get weak and deconditioned again, and I'll be right back where I started. That's like a couple of years ago. I was worried I wouldn't be able to do work long term, full time, because of my neck, because of my neck and back problems. I managed to fix that. With the help of a physiotherapist and a lot of exercise. So I mustn't undo that progress. Yeah. Yeah, obviously I decided to close my Patreon because it didn't seem to make sense to keep asking for money from people when this is no longer my full-time thing. It was kind of, it wasn't my full-time thing for a while, but you know, if there was any time to stop taking money, that was then. I mean, it shrunk a bit, and I think the only people who were left on the Patreon were people who like had enough money that it was kind of inconsequential to them. At least that's the impression I got, but it still didn't seem right. Yeah, because I'm doing okay for money now because I have a job. I'm a working man. Isn't that strange? It certainly is to me. But it's funny how like I kind of, it was weird, like I had this idea that like my life is over now because I have a full-time job. Like I have no personal time, I have no freedom, I am a machine in the cog, other way around. And it's not like that, you know, like even when you're working, it's still somewhat your time, because especially when you're doing something you don't hate, you know, and I do enjoy my work. So I am acknowledging how lucky I am. I rolled a nat 20 with this opportunity. I really did. I can't believe my luck. Is the snow melting? I think the snow is melting. It's only -2 degrees. Yeah. Oh look, there's some quartz in that rock. It's one of the few ores that will generate this high up. I think. I've got plenty of quartz though, but yeah. Let's show you a bit of prospecting, because I can do that. Let's see. Yeah, so if I get my prospecting pick out, and then let's see, what mode do I have it in? Density search mode. So you take a sample. Oh, yeah, okay. You take 3 samples separated by at least 3 blocks, and then you get this result in the bottom left there. So chromite, native copper, bismuthinite in different quantities. So that it looks like a percent sign, but that's per mil, that's per thousand. So that's 0.23 per thousand chromite and native copper and stuff. So what you do is you do this prospecting. This is bad. Okay, so let's go somewhere else. It's easier to do when there's this rock showing on the surface. So you get another reading, let's say over here. And then Wow, 0 traces. Okay. So basically you follow the gradient. So that's obviously the wrong way to go. So let's go this way instead. And then you basically try to see which direction yields more result. So let's take a good sprint over here. There are some chunk errors here because this is a world where it has been updated twice. Been different updates. This game is constantly in development. Like it's incredible how much has been done already, and they're still making more. Yeah, so you can see these kind of weird chunk shapes here. It's odd. So yeah, you can see the chromite and the bismuthinite. The chromite is slightly higher in this direction. Oh, minuscule amounts of gold. Gold is extremely rare. I found like just a couple of chunks of it in when panning. That's the only time I've ever found any. Yeah. So if I could find some gold, that would be incredible. Hematite. Hematite is an iron ore. So let's see, I can click on that. And then it shows us here. It melts into an iron bloom. Yeah. And what's chromite? Chromite is like so, yeah. There's all this this is something you need for making, you need a pulverizer. There's a lot of stuff I haven't done yet. Like you can make this, you have to make all this machinery. It's similar to the windmill. What else do we have here? Pendantolite, that makes nickel. I don't know if there's a use for nickel, really. But yeah. Yeah, so basically that doesn't actually tell you if there are metals of that type in this area. There's an actual, hang on, let's put this in my offhand here. There's an actual cave here. Oh, and there's a stalker, a striker, a drifter. Let's throw stones. Okay. They're pretty easy to deal with because I've got a pretty good sword here. Yeah, get rid of your corpse. Caves are a great place to prospect because you don't have to dig underground to find stone to do this. But yeah, this is not yielding great results, unfortunately. So when this happens, you really just want to like keep going. Yeah, there's nothing here. Just run further until you find something more fruitful. Yeah, let's have some of our pie. I forgot what I was talking about. Got distracted by the game. Okay, I will have to go back soon. What time is it? It's 3. Yeah. This is weird, like chunk error terrain, but it kind of works because so the plot of this game is essentially that I've found myself trapped. Okay. This is kind of a post-apocalyptic, but long post-apocalyptic. Like it's been oh wow, what's this? Oh, wow. Oh my god. Holy shit, there's a broken translocator. Oh my god. That's incredible. These are super rare. I've never seen one. I could repair this. Oh wow. It's like so yeah, so this used to be a technological world, right? And you're just trying to make your living in this broken world, and you can find these remnants of old technology. Oh my god. Okay, this is just wait, I hear a bad guy. I thought I heard something. Okay, that's incredible. Okay, I'm marking that. That's amazing. Yeah. Let's mark it like that. I've seen one of these in another world that I made that I didn't continue in. Like, I think the first world I played, and I think I lost that save. But yeah, that's incredible. Ah! Where? There you are. Bastard. So yeah, these things are like remnants of the old world or like mutants or something. It's not entirely clear. Like, there's a lot of lore you can discover in books, but I haven't got far with that. So yeah, the fact that this is like a broken world, I don't mind the chunk errors because they kind of add to that weirdness. You know, like everything here is twisted and broken by crazy magic and technology. Let's just take another reading while we're here. It's a really harsh game. Like, I don't even play with the... You know, I'm playing it on an easy mode, essentially, but it's still rough. But if you found, like, Minecraft to have, like, potential, but you didn't see... If it got too easy, you know, in Minecraft, you get too safe too quickly. This, you don't really ever feel safe. Like, maybe when I've got steel, I will. And there's this whole story arc with this place you need to go and find, and I haven't even done that. I've just been playing the old survival. But yeah, it is getting late. Let's go home. Which is the way home? So it's southeast. I could turn on the mini map. Let's do that. There we are. Okay. There's some quartz. Don't need it. I would like to build a greenhouse. So you can actually build a greenhouse, which obviously increases the temperature inside, so you can keep growing crops into the winter. But I didn't have the resources, and so you know, it wasn't really something I could do this winter. But next winter I should be able to. Yeah. You can get a mount. You can build boats. Unfortunately, the world I've generated doesn't have enough water for boats to make sense. Like, if I was going to generate a new world, which I may do at some point, I would increase the water spawn, like the amount of water in the game, like up to make oceans essentially. But there is going to be, the next update will potentially add rivers, so I'm going to wait for that. This game doesn't yet have rivers, and rivers mean like water wheels potentially, which is super cool. Another way of power generation, and there's I think there's even a possibility of making steam power. How cool would that be? It would be super cool. That's I'm telling you that right now. So yeah. What was I saying? Look at the sky. It's purple. I do need to get back before it gets really dark. Yeah, look, the snow is melting. It shows on the mini-map. And what was that? Growing onions. Okay. They're still growing, but if I take them like this, I will get the seeds. Oh, and I even got one onion. Okay, good. Oh, nice. Sweet. It's always a good idea to grab seeds when you can, because, especially early on, because you're going to need to start farming as soon as you can, because you cannot survive on meat alone. It's too difficult to come by. You spend your whole time hunting, you don't get to do anything else. Whoa! Okay, that's just a bighorn sheep, that's fine. They will fight you if you get too close though, especially if they have a young around. It's getting dark. I might need to bring out the lantern. Oh, chickens! Oh! Where are we? That's quite close to home. I should come back to these chickens and put them in crates. They're really stupid right now. I'll just... There's no chicken icon. It's not a fruit tree. It's not grain. It's not vegetable. I'm just going to mark chicken. Come back for them with a capture crate another day. Hopefully they'll still be around. I don't know if they'll despawn. Hopefully not. Yeah, you can't just pick them up. There are mods to do that, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know what train of thought I was on before, but never mind. One thing I really like about this game is that it just creates these kind of stories. It's called vintage story, but like, you know, how the bear, you know, killed my my animals, my livestock, because I didn't put the walls high enough, and then I ended up wearing the bear's skin as armor. You know, like, it was a cool thing to happen. You know, and then I just go on a walk and I find a translocator, and it's like, they're not really, you know, like epic stories, but they're my stories. You know, the things that happen to me just randomly in the world, and that's cool. I like this game. Okay, what shall I do next? Could build a greenhouse, but there's kind of no point because I can't grow anything. It's still too cold. I think I'm in a colder part than where I came from, actually, because it's still snowing here. Alright, let's put away my seeds. And my onions. And this meat. Should put away this rawhide as well that I got from the rabbit. Little armor stand with my old armor on it. Yeah, so these banisters, I chipped all these pieces away bit by bit. I'll show you the chiseling, actually. Why not? So in order to do that, I need to get a chisel and a hammer. I've got some of my forge. Yeah, so there's a chisel and a hammer. So you put the hammer in the offhand. Got some chiseling practice right here, so if I just see, you can make little chop, and you can add back, and you can change the resolution of the bits that you're adding. You can even change to different materials. It's kind of looking weird because the snow keeps adding on top, but you know, and you can make a whole big chunk, like you just chop out that whole bit and start adding in bits. So you can make all kinds of cool shapes with that, like I have done in some places. Hammer and stuff back. Yeah, let's do some iron smelting. Why not? So let's take a few bits of coal, some of these iron blooms, and then wrong thing. Light it up. While that's heating up, I'm gonna go get some food because I'm hungry. It's dark. Let's carry this lantern, shall we? Shouldn't leave these doors open, really. Something can make its way in. What's this? What is that? Bowl of jam. No, I want to keep the jam because it lasts for quite a while. I just heard something bad. Hang on. I need to eat first. Just take a meal out of that crock and eat it. Good. Put the bowl away. What the hell was that? Maybe it was upstairs. There's some parts of my house where things can spawn because it's too dark. I need to make more lanterns, but they're expensive. I've got some bloody iron melting in my forge. It's going to waste. The coal is going to waste. Let's get over there. Okay. We're doing night forging. And I don't mean making night. What? That doesn't mean anything. Oh, I didn't even... Yeah, it's still not hot enough. Okay. It's getting up to temperature. So you can't do this on a copper anvil. I had to make a bronze anvil in order to be able to handle iron. So yeah, you make this in a bloomery. I can show you the bloomery later if you like. And wait, where's it gone? There it is. Oh shit. There. Okay, yeah. You hurt yourself if you you try to do that without tongs. So now you need to, yeah, so you make this in a bloomery, and it does create the iron metal, but it also creates these oxides, so you need to bash off the oxides themselves. And I don't know much about real blacksmithing, but my impression is that a lot of this is like pseudo accurate. You know, this is something like the procedure of actually medieval forging. But, oh shit, I just broke the wrong bit. But obviously gamified. So you need to bash off all these bits. And then you can rotate it around and you choose a different sort of thing you're doing. So now I'm moving these like voxels around to try to make proper iron ingot shape. It's quite relaxing. Some people hate this. There's also like clay forming, which you have to do a lot more in the beginning because you don't really have chests or anything. You have to make everything out of clay because you can't make wooden chests until you have a saw, and you can't make a saw until you have copper, metal, and you can't have metal until, and it's this whole like process. Okay, so there's my iron ingot. So let's just put that down somewhere. It's still hot, so don't walk on it. We still have some. Oh, okay. Let's show you some of how this works. So I want to make some. Let's make another torch. I mean, another lantern. In order to do that, we need to make some bismuth plates, which you can't make them by casting. You have to forge them with a hammer. Let's put away this coal. Yeah, so I think I might already have some. No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, so let's also show you what a bloomery looks like while we're at it. So I think no. There. So you make the chimney. And then you make the, how is it? It's like that. Okay, and then you make the base. So hang on. Pick up these. And then put down bloomery base and the chimney, and then I don't think I have enough iron ore to, no, I think I could do it with iron meteorites, but I don't, meteoric iron, but I don't necessarily want to do that. I'm just going to make some glass out of this quartz. So whenever anything has a really high melting temperature, melting point, you have to make it like this. So let's put a whole bunch of quartz in there, and then we need black coal. One more. And we light it. And there it starts sparking, smoking. And the rest of the quartz. The fire clay, which is a specific kind of clay you need to find. You can't just make it out of any old clay. There's different kinds of clay. Okay, so let's make, what do we want? A bismuth bronze plate. Where's my hammer? Okay, so do a heavy hit to spread this out. And we'll need another piece. Put that on. Do the same. I mean, so this is a lot of work, but like, you know, it's you have to be a kind of certain personality type to enjoy this game. But if you are, then you know, if you're the kind of person who modded Minecraft to give you more options, because the developers actually started out as Minecraft modders. and they didn't like the direction that Minecraft was going, so they thought we'll make our own Minecraft, blackjack and hookers. I mean, with blacksmithing and probably hooks at some point. Yeah, and they're still working on it. It's been years, and it's like, so you can't get this on Steam. You have to buy it from their own website. But it's worth it. It's so worth it. What am I doing? Right, so let's start molding this more specifically. Yeah, at some point I will have to stop playing it because I will get obsessed with it, and I play it for hours, and then I just can't afford to do that anymore with the kind of schedule I have. But at this time of year, when it's between Christmas and New Year and everything's quiet, you know, I think I can get away with it. And that's nice. But yeah, in the new year I'd like to do more streaming. I'd like to do another long series. I've been saying that for a while, but I really want to do it this time. You know, like, just play something long again. Like, I think the last game I finished on stream or on video was Master of Orion 2. Before that, it might have been just Subnautica. So yeah, it's been a while. Okay, we have an iron plate. Let's do these other two. Because I think we need 2 plates for this. Let's just get both of these at once. Yeah. Okay. I think my hammer's about to die. I do have another one, but I can't remember where I put it. I think it's back in the house. But yeah, I've been thinking about Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been thinking about X4. Apparently X4 is going to get a new update to fix some of the problems that have arisen from it being like a very updated game over the years. I don't know much about X4. The last X game I played was X2, but I always got stuck at this part with an escort mission or something, and it was just tedious. But yeah, that's probably more like the kind of thing I thought I was going to get out of Elite Dangerous. So maybe I could play that. There's so many options. That's part of the problem. There's too many options. But maybe I could do that in the new year. You know, I'll only be streaming on weekends and only... Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's my hammer. Let's get a new hammer. I'll only be streaming on weekends and only when I have the energy. And I'm not doing something else. Okay, hammer. Yep. So yeah, the metal will cool down, and then if you don't finish working it when it's wait, what am I doing? Yeah. If you don't finish working it when it's hot, you have to heat it up again. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how 2026 goes. I am hopeful for a lot of reasons. I hope this year has been okay for you all. I know it's probably been difficult for a lot of people. I know it has, in fact, been difficult. Things are scary. And sometimes it can be hard to be hopeful, but hope only requires that there's room for the possibility of things getting better. Because life is uncertain, there's always that possibility, and so there's always hope. Sometimes that's enough. You know, like Malcolm Reynolds said, "We're still flying. That's enough." Okay. Oh, another nice thing about this game is you can press H over any item and you can see all the stuff you can make out of it. So, wow, I could make a whole block out of bismuth bronze if I wanted. But let's... Archimedes screw. Like, look at the stuff you can make. You can make a fucking Archimedes screw. It's cool. Wait, can I not make... Oh, yeah, there, lantern. Bismuth bronze lantern. Can I click it to see what I can make with it? That's weird. Okay, let's just try this. Oh, yeah, and you can just type stuff in and see... Look at all this stuff. So, we need... Oh, we only need one. So we need 2 pieces of clear quartz, a candle, And some... Oh, do I even have any candles? Of course I need a bloody candle. I think I got one left. This is still going. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what I got. I don't... Wait. Oh, I should still have the tongs, or I won't be able to handle this metal. You can craft when it's hot. You probably shouldn't be able to. Oh, it's something I haven't tried. I actually found out that I can do. So I've got this little water reservoir. How do I throw? I forgot how to throw. Can I just do this? Oh, no. I think if I throw it in the water... Damn it! There we go. There is a button to throw. I just forget what it is. And then there it is. It's cooled down. Very cool. Is it X? Is it? Damn it! I'm gonna find out. It's Q. There we are. How cool is that? I have to get one of these for my forge to cool things down in. You can't do it with casting, of course, because you know it's still liquid in a cast. But yeah, okay. So let's see. Do I have any candles? I think they're in this sort of odds and end chest up here. Yep, I've got 2 more candles. So let's make 2. Oh, I don't have quartz. I left quartz back at the place. Okay, let's get some bloody quartz. Let's see. It's to be clear quartz, I think. So yeah, we've got a couple of these each. So here we are. Doop, doop. Actually, let's put both down. And then there we go. Lanterns. Amazing. So I think this place could do with another lantern. Let's put that one there. Yeah, it's good lighting. Like it. Oh yeah, that's why there's some lighting down there. Well, the reason there's lighting down there is because animals can despawn if there isn't enough light. So you don't want to have your animals despawn that you've been spending all this time to breed and to put in captivity. Where else did I need some lanterning? I think like up here there's been some stalkers and stuff. Not stalkers. Yeah, stalkers, I guess. Let's put that there. Oh, that's a bit uneven. There we go. So that was a brass lantern. This is a bismuth bronze lantern, so yeah. Alright. It's probably time to go to bed. Does have something to eat first. Oh, let's show you how to make a pie while I'm here. Why not? Pie not. Okay, so let's grab some firewood, which you have to make by combining an axe with logs in your crafting bench. So you have to actually chop the wood. It would be nice if there was like an actual, like you have to actually swing the axe to do it rather than make it in the crafting bench, but I think a lot of that is in the works. So yeah, so we've got some flour. Let's make that into dough first. So we need some water. Yeah, so first thing I'm doing here is I'm heating up this clay oven by putting firewood and burning it. I think there's a bucket upstairs. Yeah, let's grab this bucket, fill it up here, then make some dough. That should be enough. Then, yeah, so let's take this. Oh, let's take some filling for it. So we're going to want a meat. We can have, well, let's just take it all for now. I'm going to make a meat pie. This will help us preserve the meat as well. So put down the pie crust. Then fill it up. And add the crust. Then put a nice pattern on top. make up the pie, put it in the oven, and it cooks. So like the whole oven is heated up already. You can see the temperature at the top, and the red meat pie is getting warmer. I'm just gonna get some more. I need more flour to make this work. Is that the same flour? Spelt? Yeah. Okay, so let's add some more water. Okay, so we have more dough. We have more dough. Oh wait, I put that in the wrong place. There we are. Okay. So this is part baked now. You can see it rising if you look closely. Yeah, how cool is that? Okay, let's put on our pie crust. Put in some meat. Top. Cut the top. You can also change the pattern. Oh, I haven't seen that one. That's new. That's nice. I'm going to keep the same pattern so we can stack them in inventory. There we go. That's cooked. And if you leave it in too long, it will burn. Let's put in a new one. There we go. That is nice. We still have this. I'm gonna make the rest into pies as well, because otherwise we're just gonna waste that. We're gonna waste that meat if we don't cook with it. And pies are a pretty good way to do that. You can also deliberately char a pie to make it last longer, but it has less nutritional benefit that way. What am I doing? There. Okay. The pie crust. And the meat. Top on, chop it, and yep, almost ready. Then the offhand. There we go. Perfectly cooked red meat pie. Now we can stack these, which is nice. If I had more room, I would like to put them all on the shelves because they actually retain the same. They retain the same kind of. Oh, okay, never mind. When you stack them, they match their. They sort of aggregate their freshness. So I've got 5 meat pies. I'm really good for food here. I'm doing fine. But yeah. Oh, and a fruit press. You can make. Let's say you make fruit juice and then wine with the fruit press over here. I haven't got any fruit to show you that with because it's winter. Yeah, it's been a ramble, but it's also just been me showing off Vintage Store in my house and stuff. You know, I like to do this once a year. You know, just kind of no expectations, no trying to be really funny or clever. And maybe that's why this is actually some of probably my best content, because I'm not trying so hard. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't need to try. Maybe that was the secret all along. Maybe I just needed to just have some fun and talk about a game I like. That's probably why you're all here. Let's whoops. Oh well, let's just eat that. Good. That's a good meal. Completely filled me up. Alright, what time is it? It's 5 in the morning and I haven't slept. Let's go to sleep. There, take that out of my offhand. Alright, it's afternoon. Okay, I slept well into the afternoon. This is just like 2013. And I used to sleep. Like, I used to go to bed at 6 in the morning and wake up in the afternoon. It's crazy. Back when I used to live with my parents. It seems like a lifetime ago now. You know, it's around that time that I started hanging out with Dreddy and Songstress. Packbilly. Look at this picture. Yeah. So in a year I didn't really play many new games. I tried getting into a few games, like I played Ion Fury for a bit, but it wasn't really grabbing me. Outward also didn't. That's the game I played for my see you later video. And What else? Tales of Iron. That was kind of good, but I just sort of didn't carry on with it. It's kind of like a 2D Dark Souls, but with rats and frogs. It's kind of cool. It's a really good art style. I did start playing Red Dead Redemption 2, but also I just couldn't get into it. The one game that did really grab me this year was Hollow Knight. So I was watching people play the new one. Oh, don't headbutt me. I just want to come in here and feed you, you bastard. I don't think I have any food, actually. No, I don't. Okay, so this book on use 3 days before ready to wait. Its creature weight is low. I probably need to give them more food. I should probably, I'll just go get some vegetables and give them. Okay, so we've got lots of rams. We've got 1 ewe. And we've got 2 ewes. It's really the wrong... You really need more males than females, but... You know, 'cause you can actually just have one male and that's all you need. It's probably good to have more for redundancy in case a bear comes along and eats them. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, 2013 was a lifetime ago. I think that's... I was doing a lot of Jim Plays games back then. It's weird because some of the games that I played on Ain't Played in Ages were like the time between when I first played them and played Ain't Played in Ages is now shorter than the time that between when I played them on Ain't Played in Ages and now. Okay. Oh yeah, so for the bloomery you have to break it. Now the glass is finished forming. You have to break the whole thing. But you get most of the bricks back, but not all of them. So yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive to do. Oh, I've left this. Oh no, I've let this red meat get spoiled because I've just been running around. I think I had that in my pocket when I went to sleep. Never mind. Why do I still have these? Put these away. These go into these nice vertical racks. This is really cool. Yeah, let's pick up the rest of them. Are there any others? No, I think that's it. Oh, I put it on the floor. Okay, there we are. Right, okay, this is cold. Pick that up. Let's put that on the shelf with the other iron. So yeah, I'd have to go through and make all of these into that, and I had to do that actually for this beehive kiln in order to make these iron doors on the side. There's 3 of those. These are my pit kilns. You just fill them with grass and twigs and peat and set them on fire. This is a whole different thing. Unfortunately, the snow keeps doing that. So you can fill this whole thing with raw pottery and then fire it by filling the underneath completely with peat or coal. I'd use peat because coal is expensive. Expensive as in hard to come by. Peat you can just find around on the ground. And then you can make a whole different load of things. And you can change their colour by like opening different doors. The number of doors you open changes the... changes how dark the colour is. And you can use different kinds of clay combined with a number of different heat stages to make all kinds of different colour palettes. It's really cool. Oops, that was the wrong... Okay. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is great. I really enjoyed that. I'm still playing it. I've been getting out of the habit of playing it recently, but I'm gonna finish it. It's nice to be able to finish a game. You know, it's so well polished. I mean, you probably played it. It's a very popular game. But yeah, I got playing into the original because the sequel came out, and I saw that. Oh, our prepared hide is prepared. Great. So, what we next need to do is mix it. Wait. Yeah, soak prepared hide in a barrel of strong tannin. So we have some strong tannin right here. Put that in there and seal it. Wait. Oh, I don't have it. It's not enough tannin. Okay. For that many. I need... Where's the rest of my tannin? I think I need to make... So I've got weak tannin there. Lime water. Weak tannin there. Let's make... Okay. How do we do this? got water here. Let's... a full thing of water. And then... bear with me. Okay, 5 trips later, that's full. So, oops. Let's grab some of these oak logs. Stick them in here. Then we'll get 50 litres of weak tannin. And then we can take our weak tannin here, put in 5 of these, and that'll make some strong tannin after 24 hours. So, we don't currently have enough strong tannin to do all of these prepared hides. Yeah. So we'll have to wait for those. So you first have to put them in lime water, and then you can scrape them with a knife. It's all this whole process. Just to get leather, which you need for a lot of things. And yeah. This is a really nice balcony in the day. Can't see a damn thing. So yeah, I built this whole house myself. Like this is plaster. There's a whole process to making that. You have to like cook lime. The boards you have to cut with a saw. The logs just come as logs. This is all chiseled. You know, the glass you have to. This is leaded glass. You have to actually make lead. You have to find lead and make it out of that. And you don't really need to do that. You can just use slabs. But I thought it looked cool. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And to make, yeah, you also need nails. You need to make nails to make chests. You can't just make them out of wood. It's a whole thing. Okay, let's finish this meal. And go to bed. Okay, we're waking up in the morning again. One hyper unrealistic thing is you can sleep easily with no difficulty, no matter what. I have been sleeping a lot better though, despite that. I just, I think not worrying about your whole future being uncertain really helps. I mean, there's always uncertainty, but that's, you know, there's limits. You know, this thing is really, really rotten right now. When you do have rotten things, you can make them into compost, so it is not useless. So I'm just going to put that in there. I've got 60 litres of rot right here. And once I get 64, I can make it into compost. It takes like a week to convert, to ferment. I don't know what the word is. Yeah. I'll show you the size. It's kind of cool. You just find a patch of grass. Oh, it doesn't work because of all the snow. Never mind. Okay, this only works when it's not snow on the ground. That makes sense. Okay, but it will chop up. It will pick up a whole bunch of it. The alternative early on is you have to like just use a knife to cut the grass one by one. It takes ages. Yeah, this is almost done. 2 days. It's a shame I can't show you the farming, but yeah. One thing that's very important early on is flax, because that's used to make linen, cloth, which you need for everything. Berry bushes right here. They won't grow in winter, of course. Oh yeah, let's feed the animals. Just going to do that. Actually, grass is going to be hard to come by now because of the inability to chop. So let's give them some turnips. Have a fancy meal. Why don't you? So yeah, I don't know what 2026 will hold, but you know, you just gotta make the best you can of things. And I may not be doing the work I hoped I would do. You know, for years I was like, I'm gonna work in the games industry. I'm gonna make this happen. But I might actually be happier. I think I am happier now than I would be working in the games industry. Even in an indie company, it's not a stable way to work. You know, it's like you release a game, maybe the company flops, maybe it doesn't do well. But the job I got now is pretty stable. I think it'll be fine. Not as exciting, but it's still good. I think I'm wearing the bloody armor. These things can kill you. I'm feeding you, you ungrateful bastards. Look at that. Turnip slop. And yeah, it's not really fair for me to criticise them because I am only breeding them for their meat. And their milk. I just... Yeah. Get away. Don't headbutt me. No, stop it. Stop it. Okay, that's fine. You gonna eat? Do they have an eating animation? I don't remember. Ah, this one's ready to mate. But they need to eat like 10 portions before they will actually mate. Something like that. Oh look, that one's eating. Yep. Okay. Good. So they won't starve, but they won't mate unless they've eaten. So. Which is not very realistic, but you know the game's difficult enough as it is. What's this over here? Carrots. Oh look. So this native copper bits. I'm going to leave this because I don't really need it. But this indicates. So you can actually pick. I'm going to pick this up actually. So you can get 5 units of copper from that. And what this indicates is usually if you dig down here. Actually, let's show you. Oh, in this case it wasn't the case, but well, let's just double check. It could be further underneath. No, there's no copper here. Okay, never mind. But often, when you find a copper piece like that on the ground, it will indicate that there is copper ore, a vein of copper ore underneath the ground just there. Which is a great early way to find it before you start prospecting. So yeah, I do recommend this game. If you liked Minecraft and you thought it was way too easy and you wanted more challenge and you wanted more depth of the whole crafting system, this is the game for you. And if you've got this far, you can already see that, right? So, yeah. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything more to talk about. So, yeah, what else? I don't know, really. I think that might be it. It's still winter in game and in life, at least in the northern hemisphere. And winter can be hard. It can be really hard. It's dark. It's you know, there's a reason that so many cultures have a winter festival, whether it's Christmas or something else. Because you need something to make the darkness a little less dark. Yeah, winter is hard, but that's why we have winter festivals like Christmas and other things, and that helps us get through it. It's always hard. Take vitamin D, that helps too. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me in this very long video, and for sticking with me on the channel. And you know, it's not going to end. It'll keep going, just at a slower pace, as it has been for a while, really. And I look forward to chatting with you in the comments and on the streams and so on in 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. See you next time.